So triathlon, I believe, is a relatively new discipline for you.
Absolutely.
New challenge.
In November 2015 will be 2 years that I've been doing it. So I've only been doing it for a year and a half. And
you've done 15 triathlons to date, I believe.
Correct.
And an Ironman.
This will be number 16, and I've done a half Ironman. Yeah.
Half Ironman. Okay. So for those people out there that don't know the difference between a triathlon and an Ironman, because Ironman's obviously become very popular in South Africa. What is the difference? What makes an Ironman an Ironman?
So an Ironman is still a triathlon as well, but it's purely about the distance. So what the para guys will be doing on Sunday is what's known as a sprint distance, which in Cape Town will be a 500-meter swim, followed by a 20-kilometer cycle, followed by a 5-kilometer run. But it is high intensity, fast pace, it's sprinting the whole time. There is also Olympic distance, which is double that. And then you get to something like an Ironman, which is a 3.8 kilometer swim, a 180 kilometer cycle, and a 42 kilometer run. So it's a proper endurance thing, as opposed to the sprint distance being fast-paced, quick and I don't want to say quick and easy, but it's over and done with relatively fast because of the pace.
Okay. Olympic aspirations?
Olympic aspirations, absolutely. Myself and a couple of other guys are working our bums off to get there. We are off to Egypt in 3 weeks' time to go take part in the African Continental Champs. So we're hoping to do well there. That should secure us some points, which then should hopefully rank us high enough to be able to take part in World Champs in September in Chicago. That will be a stepping stone to Rio in 2016, where triathlon will then make its debut at Olympic level.
Okay. Now, Stan, of the three disciplines, cycling, swimming and running, as a para-triathlete, which one do you find the most challenging?
The most
obviously, I'm guessing that it depends on the
sure.
athlete.
It actually depends, I would imagine, on your amputation or your disability. For
you personally?
For myself, I used to struggle on the run. It was always a bad thing for me. We've overcome that. We've developed, with technology, I now have a prosthetic, a running blade, which is 100% suited to myself, and I run comfortably. I posted a personal best at my previous competition of 21 minutes for a 5K, which I believe is quite good. But cycling at the moment for me is where I think I have the biggest room for improvement. I'm loving the swimming and I'm loving the running. So cycling for me, and I don't know what it is, I just think I lack a little bit of power because it's basically only one leg that I'm generating power with. So yeah, it's a bit of just more training.
And I mean, who do you train with? Do you have a mentor?
So I've actually got 3 coaches. I've got a absolute mentor and hero in my eyes, which is my swim coach, Adrian Goat. He has taken my swim from where I used to do a 750-meter swim in 27 minutes. Last Sunday did it in 11 minutes 10 seconds. So he has transformed my swimming to a different level. I then also work closely with a functional coach for muscle strength to build my underdeveloped leg to get that muscle endurance and stuff up. And then I also have a cycling coach, which I do a lot of intensive power training to get the cycling up and going as well.
Okay, so now this weekend's event, the Cape Town Triathlon, I believe it's part of a Triathlon World Series.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So the Discovery WTS is part of the World Triathlon Series, and what that is I think it's 8 or 9 triathlons all across the world. So Auckland, Edmonton, Chicago, there's Japan, there's a whole, a lot of places. And Cape Town forms as one of those stops. So this, for the elite guys as well, will be an event where they can earn points so they can rank themselves on the world ranking. For the para guys, unfortunately, we don't earn points at this race, but we have come out because we want to exhibit to people, just to let them see what we can do.
And I mean, how many para athletes will be taking part this weekend's event?
As far as I know, there are 6 from Johannesburg that have flown up. I'm not sure about Cape Town or Durban if there's anybody coming from there, but definitely a minimum of 6.
Okay, and familiar faces? Have you got some sort of tough competition?
Absolutely, it's the usual guys, and I say usual because it's all the same competition. Guys by the likes of Oswald Kidd, 2011 world champion of his category, PT2. He will be here this weekend. Dylan De Silva came 10th place last year at World Champs, PT3. Myself, I've got Nick O'Neill, Irish Macheki. Those are 2 guys that are in my category as well. And then there may also be a possibility that PT1, Anton Swanepoel, the quadriplegic, will be here as well. So definitely a nice field of people. And there's a PT5 gentleman as well. I forget his name. But so across the board, there is somebody in each category coming out this weekend, and that's why we really do appeal to everybody for, if you've got anything better to do on Sunday morning, come out and have a look at these guys making a difference.